Hi, I'm Amrita.
And I'm Ankita.
And welcome to
The Dhal Sisters.
As you can see, we're back with another video about tea because
we're literally obsessed with tea, especially green tea nowadays. And you must have seen our previous video where we discuss it at length, the recipe we follow. But today we're gonna get into the different tea brands that we like.
Tea has had its origin in the world for quite some time now, and obviously it was one of the things that was being traded around the world. Let's give you a history lesson. So both of these words have their origination from China, but basically they were brought to the world through trade routes, and if it was brought to you by sea, it would be tea or variations of the word tea. And if it was brought to you by roadways, it would be cha or variations of the word cha. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so cool. And in India particularly, the first farmlands of tea was started by the British around the 1830s in the state of Assam, which is also popular for tea leaves. And since then, it's actually grown all across the country in various states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, in Darjeeling, which is one of the most famous places for tea again.
Yeah, a lot of people like to drink Darjeeling tea.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of it, you should Google it.
Yeah. Although tea has been growing across the country since quite a few years now, we've recently noticed in the past couple of years a surge in local brands, sourcing tea from different farms, and that's why we have a whole platter for you today of the brands that we've tried, which are Indian.
I mean, the normal chai leaves were always around, but green tea has become more popular now.
Yeah, different kinds of
because of its health benefits and so on.
So the one that you can see amongst all of the little katoras and small plates here is a brand called Tea Culture, which we have 4 flavors of over here.
I remember I was introduced to Tea Culture by a colleague at work, and I was pretty impressed by how it was packaged and it looked really lovely. And so I decided that because this one loves tea so much, I'm going to gift her some tea from Tea Culture. And I got her Flowery Bouquet and and I remember her trying the first packet of Flowery Bouquet, and she rushed to me and she was like, you know what, it diffuses and it is pink in color and it literally is like drinking a garden.
Yeah, and I remember I used to brew it in my office when I was interning, and literally I would remove it from the box and the entire studio, like the office, would be filled with the fragrance, and everybody would know that Ankita is making her evening green tea right now. So yeah, it's a good brand, and but it is a little on the expensive-ish side. So the first one that we tried was this one, which is actually recently we noticed that Tea Culture has been coming up with a lot of different varieties of blends. Earlier they used to come with packaged boxes, and we tried 4 of these blends. One is the fruity Bliss flavor, which we were in love with. Like, I wasn't able to keep my hands off it, and I was brewing it every day even though I had limited stock. And because of that, I decided to try 3 more, and we got another one which is called Peach Caramel, and you can actually taste the caramel in it, and it's quite similar to Fruity Bliss that way because peach has very strong flavor. And then there's another one which is Strawberry, which has a hint of rose in it as well. And finally another one which has become a favorite to brew in the mornings, which is something called Skin Glow. So it says that the ingredients are very hefty on antioxidants and are great for your skin. There's almond in it, there's some kinds of flowers in it, and I'm not really sure what else they have, but apparently it's good for your skin glow.
Can you tell?
Yeah. And
okay, so that's about Tea Culture. Let's talk a little bit about Organic India. So Organic India is another one of our favorite brands, and it's really friendly to your pocket, and they have various different flavors as well. Our favorite is pomegranate,
Tulsi pomegranate, and the plain Tulsi one also. Usually their flavors come with Tulsi as the main ingredient.
Yeah.
And they also have caffeine-free versions, which is pretty good if you're somebody who drinks green tea a lot during the day, or if you're somebody that needs it in the evening and cannot
or you're someone who cannot have tea or any form of caffeine after 5 in the evening because it ruins your sleep cycle.
Yeah.
And so the best part about organic India is that when you brew them, it doesn't get, even if it's seeping in your water for a while, it doesn't turn it bitter, which is the case with a lot of other, like tea packets.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about organic India.
Yeah, that's true. Another one that we've recently tried is this one, which is by Tea Trunk. It's a hibiscus flavor, and we got it as a gift. Thank you so much,
Turparna.
for giving it to us and always bringing us cool teas. And this one's also good. We've just started having it, so I'm not sure how the other flavors would be, but you can try. This is also an Indian brand.
So the next one would be, something called tea. We received a sampler for this one once when we were shopping, and we were like, we weren't totally sure if we like it. So the thing about this one is you don't need to brew it. You can directly add it to your hot water and you can drink. So at first it was a little absurd to us, but we did end up buying another packet and we've been going through it, and it kind of grows on you, so you can give it a try as well. And like I think the one that has moringa leaves in it,
Yeah, it's really nice. It's very different.
yeah, so it has a different aftertaste. So you might be a little weirded out by it at first, but you'll like it eventually.
Yeah. Another one which is good for a budget friendly version, and is also if you want to buy a bulk quantity of it, is versions of Tata. One is obviously Fabsta, which our mom used to bring because it used to be on sale, and
A box of 100.
yeah, a whole box of 100. And initially we didn't like it that much because it's like any pocket friendly tea, which does leave a bit of an aftertaste, which is bitter
aftertaste.
if you overbrew it. But I mean, if you don't overbrew it, this is also a good tea to start with. And it also recently they've come up with a loose leaf version, which is Tulsi, and the Tulsi is pretty strong, and this one's also kind of budget friendly, so you can try these out.
And then lastly we have Teeny, and I think you'd tried to make the iced tea version of this,
Yeah,
right?
this is the iced tea version. I think they have hot versions also, but we've actually only tried the iced tea one. This was again a gift by Taparna Didi, and it has sugar in it already. It was a little too sweet once brewed, but you can always fix the taste by adding more water. But otherwise it was pretty nice, like for getting unusual flavors at home in the form of an iced tea is really rare. You have to go through a lot of trouble to make it yourself, so this is pretty nice that way.
So these are all the ones that we've currently tried and have a stock of at home, so we thought we'd introduce you to it as well.
Yeah.
And so share this video with whoever you think needs an introduction to green tea and has been doing it all wrong all this while,
Yeah.
and or just wants to know about what local Indian brands are. And so
Hope you enjoyed this video.
this little tutorial of our green tea.
Let us know if you know of any other Indian brands or local brands that you enjoy, and if any of these flavors or other flavors that you would want to recommend to us and other people.
Comment below.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.